So let's cover the different scenarios that we could see play out for Bitcoin. So in today's video, we're going to explore the different possibilities for Bitcoin, the different scenarios that could play out. A lot of people talking about this is the start of the bull run. There's a few others, including ourselves, that expect a pullback when the Fed does their pivot. We're going to dig into all the different scenarios, but we're also going to dig into the biggest headlines in the crypto space. Right, let's get down to the desktop. So we're going to start here on coin market cap. The total market cap for crypto is down 1.18% at the time of recording and stands at $1.62 trillion, with Bitcoin at 43,950.59, pretty much flat for the last 24 hours, but up over 11% in the past 7 days. Ethereum at 2,350.01, again, pretty much moved sideways over the last 24 hours, but up 9% in the last 7 days. But let's get into some of these scenarios that could play out for Bitcoin. We've got a roll poll here. He's laid out 3 possibilities, and I'm going to cover like the possibility that I think could also play out. So we're going to dig into this. So the first one he's stating has a 60% probability, and that is the kind of traditional cycle that pushes Bitcoin up to the $100,000 to $200,000 range, with all other assets accordingly where the risk curve is. He goes on to say that there's a 20% chance unfolding there would be a massive influx of money into digital assets and the blockchain industry, triggering a bigger than expected bull run. And the 20% chance that there's an early start to a much bigger bull run with a larger adoption and more capital into the space. So those are kind of his 3 predictions. But what I would say is I have a prediction of my own. I think that this is going to be the longest bull market in history. I do believe that there's going to be a big influx of money, but it's going to be over a sustained period of time, which is going to prolong this particular bull market. I think it will be the biggest in history. I think there will be more gains than we've seen historically in the crypto assets. I think it's going to blow people's minds. But I do believe that there will be a pullback, a crash. I don't know what terminology you wish to use when the Fed decides to do their pivot. When they pivot, you traditionally see stocks fall in price significantly, somewhere between 30 to 60%. And I think that crypto is correlated with the stock market, and we will see similar sort of moves in the space. Look, nobody knows where this market's going. Everybody's trying their best to predict and support people be successful in this space. Let me know your thoughts, your opinions in the comments below on these predictions. Moving on, we've got Solana surpass Ethereum in NFT sales. This is not the first time Solana's done this, but it is significant. And what I would say is this is a sign of things to come. Me and Nick, we've talked about this, and JB have talked about this a lot on the channel, particularly for our members in the member section. And there is a 7-day free trial link down below. Go check that out, where we do AMAs, TA on request, and much more. But look, we've been saying for a number of years actually that there's going to be a significant amount of Ethereum's market share taken away by the likes of Solana, by the likes of Avalanche, Cardano, and other layer ones. Injective would be another one that I'm really bullish on, and I think that we're seeing this play out in the form of NFTs already. So time will tell whether we see the market play out as we anticipate it will. It's one of those, nobody knows. We got Binance could face more charges, former SEC chief predicts. He's saying that with stuff, extra stuff being found out over time, that there could potentially be further charges. What I would say is actually It's worth noting that Binance as a business are going to be under quite a lot of pressure. They've got a few hoops that they've got to jump through, and it could be quite costly in order to make a lot of the changes that are being requested by the SEC and the DOJ. So we want to be keeping an eye on Binance. I'm not worried. I think that they'll be okay, but there is going to be a lot of cost involved in some of the changes that are going to be required. Investors on high alert. Ripple released 200 million XRP in December. Basically, they have an escrow if you're new in the space, and the escrow releases, I think, 1 billion XRP on the first of each and every month, most of which gets locked back up straight afterwards. But this time there has been a bit of a change, and that change is that they've kept 200 million XRP, stating that this is for market opportunity. So one to keep an eye on, one really interesting kind of move there from Ripple. We've got UK FCA crypto skill gap is causing slow enforcement, said National Audit Office. This is a lot to do with, the criminals running riot in the crypto space. And, I think we're going to see this not only in the regulatory, businesses or companies, the regulators as such. We are going to see this also with the tax authorities as well. I think there's a lot of gap that needs to be filled when it comes to cryptocurrency. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. We got Binance research report reveals 110% surge in crypto market cap year to date. So we're seeing lots of money flow into cryptocurrency, which is really, really positive. Another thing here, we've got the US government removes 2 crypto AML rules from National Defense Bill. This is basically to enhance the powers that they've got when it comes to a lot of these mixers. The other, we've got the mixers and tumblers, but the first one was really the risk focused examination and review of the crypto for financial institutions that they need to do. The other thing that came out of this is a recommendation for regulation. So really interested to see this all sort of play out. And again, I think it's real positive signs that the US is becoming more adaptive to the role that crypto has in the future. Cardano founder says crypto industry doesn't need Bitcoin to survive. And I think to a point he's right. I feel that, what Bitcoin's done, and Ethereum, I guess, to a point, is it's that brand, it's that one that everybody that's outside of crypto knows and has heard about, and it does bring people in. But there's people now in crypto. I think the crypto market doesn't necessarily need Bitcoin, but what he does go on to say is Bitcoin does need the crypto industry. It needs the infrastructure, the likes of exchanges and so on. Whereas, the likes of Cardano and other protocols, they don't necessarily need that same infrastructure. There's DEXs and so on. It's an interesting take. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. The final thing to cover off would be Tether freezes 41 crypto wallets tied to sanctions. Again, I think we're seeing more and more of this stuff happening in the crypto space. It is interesting to see all this stuff happening. I do think that a lot of it is positive, but some of it does go against the ethos of cryptocurrency, blockchain, Bitcoin in particular. So, it's interesting to see this stuff. I do think that it means mainstream is just around the corner. We've said this for some time. Really super excited to see how everything in this market plays out, whether we're right, whether we're wrong. All I know is that a lot of millionaires and billionaires are going to be created in blockchain. This is, in my opinion, the biggest opportunity in the history of finance to basically unsaddle yourself from debt and go on to be financially free and independent. Let me know your thoughts, your opinions in the comments below. If you enjoyed today's video, mash up that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tapping that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.